What is your name?
My name is Jake Goodman, and I am a psychiatry resident doctor.
And how many years into training are you?
I am in my first year. I'm 6 months in, 5 months in. Come on into this room. This is my dad's guitar room.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I'm 6 months in, so I'm relatively new, but I'm experiencing a lot.
And caught you on a little bit of time off, well-deserved time off.
Yeah, it's been a grind. Any intern can tell you that the first couple months are going to be brutal, but I'm so happy to finally be on vacation.
Oh, let's continue. Where did you go to undergrad?
University of Georgia, the #1 football team in the country. Go Dogs!
I haven't been able to say that in a while.
Yep.
I'm glad we can.
Oh, that was cold. That was cold.
Hey,
The
I'm
Dogs
a Georgia
have had a
fan
rough.
too.
Oh, you are?
Don't worry.
Perfect.
And medical school.
Medical school at Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia.
Did you take any gap years before going to medical school?
I did take a gap year. I'm not gonna front and say it was like a planned gap year. I didn't get into any of the medical schools that I applied to my first year. I got denied by 25 medical schools. That gap year was forced. And during that gap year, I did so many different things that helped me prepare to be a doctor, as well as so many different things like drive Uber, work as a waiter, work as a bartender, things that prepared me to learn people skills and stuff like that.
Things that medical school doesn't exactly teach you.
No, not at all.
Oh, medical school wasn't too long ago for you. So what would you say is your favorite part about medical school?
Favorite part about medical school? Getting in and finishing. Medical school is brutal, and I will not lie to anybody watching this. Medical school is really, really, really difficult. I enjoyed a lot of things in it, but I'm very happy to be done.
So what first made you fall in love with psychiatry?
I wasn't going, I wasn't going to medical school with the idea of becoming a psychiatrist. It actually was one of the things I probably had the lowest on my list. I had a couple experiences early on in college particularly that exposed me to mental health. Unfortunately, a friend of mine passed away in college from suicide, and I saw mental health, the impact of untreated mental health, and the worst case scenario of what can happen. That was like exposure number one. At that point, I still wasn't necessarily gung-ho about psych, but once I got into medical school, I started seeing, I was in my psychiatry rotation, I saw people, come into the clinic. Maybe 6 weeks ago, their mental illness was so bad that they were homeless, they didn't have a job. Now, they're back in treatment, they're back on medications, they're in therapy, they got their job back, they're living this amazing life again because their mental health is now being treated. I saw that with the combination of what happened to my friend in college, and now I'm seeing this in medical school. I was sold. Plus, the work-life balance was really nice because in medical school you're exposed to all these different specialties. I saw what a psychiatrist's life was like, and I was in.
Oh, what would you say is the most unique part of your specialty of psychiatry?
Unique part. Okay, I think it's really cool that you get people at their rock bottom, especially in an inpatient setting, right? These people are at the lowest point they've ever been in their life. They may be the most depressed, the most anxious, they may be suicidal, they may be really just struggling in ways that they've never told anybody. And they come to you and they tell you things that they've never told anyone on earth. That they have been thinking of ending their life, that they've been thinking of hurting somebody else, that they've been on this drug and this drug is ruining their life. And they're sharing with this information to you, vulnerable information. And you have the power to change their life and say, let's get you on some medication, or let's get you into some therapy, and let's change the course of your life. And psychiatry allows you, if you want to do outpatient like me, what would it cost to start a business? Do I need to go buy surgical equipment? Do I need to, these days with telepsychiatry and, I could work from my own home. I could see people and help them with their mental health. I could prescribe over, I don't have to go in person and prescribe and give them medication. It's all remote. I found that psychiatry was this perfect blend of interesting medicine, constantly evolving, as well as I can run a business and I can kind of control my own hours. So it's a kind of mixture of passion and business for me.
Now, flip it around, be the devil's advocate. Why should someone not choose your specialty?
It's not for everybody. If you are not passionate about mental health and you don't really want to see people at their rock bottom, I wouldn't go into psychiatry. You're going to be exposed to really difficult stuff that you've maybe not been exposed to before. How do you tell somebody that, you might need to stay in the hospital, even though you don't want to? You might need to stay in the hospital for a few days and get stabilized, because I don't believe that you're going to be able to be on your own out there because your life is in danger or somebody else is in danger. And you have to really have these powerful conversations with people who may not want to hear these conversations. So if you can be vulnerable, and if people are always coming to you like, hey, I'm having a breakup, what should I do? That's a sign that you might be made for psychiatry.